no flow. Already ticket start. We start selling tickets.
Tommy, can you grab me
3
that?
years? Rumors.
Thank you.
And they never fly over. They don't fly over this. They don't fly over the North Pole. And they don't fly over the alleged South Pole, right? They never do that.
And
They give excuses of why, but they don't.
the night flight from Istanbul to Washington goes through
Oh, the Kampala. Okay, yeah.
I flew this year over Greenland. Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
it's huge.
Yeah.
6 hours.
We got all 12 parts.
So this is pretty much what pilots follow. If you were to track flights, this is it.
Yeah, every year. Last year I didn't fly over. I flew from Vienna to Washington. Didn't fly over Greenland, but very close. But those islands in Canada, very over those
He
islands.
actually became a flat earther after I...
The same thing with me is I flew from LAX to Japan,
He was trying to prove it.
and I always fly.
Yeah, see, they're all deleted. But you know, it's the same thing as 9/11, all that good stuff.
I always fly from here over here. We always coming through. We don't fly this way. On the globe, that would make sense. But on a flat Earth, you fly this way, which is what you actually do. Like when I went to South Korea or Japan or China, Philippines, I always flew that direction.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Strange.
Federal Reserve, right? Yeah. That's when they came up. That's when they came up with
See, I have a globe.
the Federal Reserve
My-
and the fiat currency and all that good stuff.
And so I check every flight, like
None of
especially
this-
those
It's all been scripted.
far from the
Thank you
North
very
Pole.
much. Thank you very much, son. Yeah, you spread the word. You
Yep,
spread
I've
the
taken
word.
I've taken
Don't
these flights
listen
personally.
to anyone
I used to be a pilot,
who tells you
so
it's not real, right? Yeah. We all know we
thank you.
You want to put some flyers up here too? Or yeah, whenever you know, we can give out your information too while we're here. So, and we try to lead it.
Flat Earth 101.
Yeah.
and what kind of map is this?
This is the Gleason's map. It's the Azimuth equidecimal map.
Is he with us too?
Azimuth equidecimal or Gleason's map.
Chris. Oh, that is. Yeah, that's my. Excuse me, 1 second, sir. Okay, yeah, we can leave it. Yeah, I'm locked. Good to see you, brother.
Good speaking with you. The week was great.
Huh? Yeah. Grab some cookies.
What are the questions you have?
Try to call you.
Like what's making you cling on to the belief of the globe as
I don't want
No, I cannot say I believe anymore.
well, that's
Those
good.
two things, flying over strange lands,
well,
I'm not supposed to fly over.
Exactly.
And another thing,
which is kind of good.
gyroscopic
Yeah, you can bring your car around.
horizon,
Right.
gyroscope,
Right.
horizon. If I fly from Ukraine to US, I should go 90 degrees.
But the gyroscope doesn't change orientation. You're right.
Yesterday, I had like 22 kids.
And same thing says, not my friend, but I've read. Guy who was responsible for fixing and adjusting those gyroscopes on ships and submarines.
One of them, the father
He
was
said
there.
he never
He was
adjusted
kind of, you know, but
and
they
never
know
got
me.
somebody
He
adjusted.
took it off. when I
Exactly.
told him to, and,
That's
he's like, well, you know, it's just so
absolutely
yeah, but don't get used to it. This is my new one.
I should have worn my shirt.
Oh yeah, we got this one and we got this one.
But what was
This
this
is the
map
last
for?
one, Karen. Yeah.
It's just the Gleason's map, but if you look at it, this map, and look at all the different symbols that are used in the world, they all use the same kind of map.
Yep, and first on his way.
But is it old?
You know, you guys, you know,
Is it old?
Yes,
even Kevin too should start carpool.
1892.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cornelius, yeah. So it's up though, right? Is it up there? Yeah, like one area, right? That's awesome, yeah. Yeah, my sister did about I go up there. I
Right, it's good to see you again, brother.
Look at what it's called. It's missing one letter. But heart is an anagram of earth.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming in. 8 people already. We got a good crowd out here today. A lot of flat smackers. 6 of us right now. Crystal is coming. Should be here in a little bit. Kirk's on the way. Calvin said he was coming. I think there's Karen right over there.
Many people I know that understand this.
I don't think so. He said he might come, but Cammy and Zach said they were going to come.
It's so rare now to find somebody what we perceive as people that have those kind of
Oh, Cammy and Zach are on their way. What's up, Matt? Critical Inception, good to see you, brother.
We do a game show. We'll probably go into the
always multiplied by
Always, Bob, always living the dream. We got some new flat earthers out here all the way from Alabama coming out to do some activism with us today. I know, right? We got a let me see. We got a sign here about masks. I think we should put that up. What's going on, man? You ever heard about flat Earth? What you think about it? You got any questions? What makes you think it's a globe?
I kind of think it's flat.
We do. I have, but you can circumnavigate the Earth. It doesn't have to be a sphere to do that. You can just go around like this. And you're still circumnavigating. Just like when Captain Cook circumnavigated, and it took him 65,000 miles to do it. He went around Antarctica. If the Earth was a globe, and the circumference of the Earth was 24,901 miles, he couldn't get 65,000. Well, here's some information on it, man, if you want to check out more. Feel like you're about 90% of the way.
I would like to go see that. I've been on some stuff on the internet, things like the ice wall. It says the ice wall or how drop off or whatever. I like the actual that we're in a building.
Right.
Per minute they go.
I agree with that. That explains meteors and things like that. Because if you put, let's say you put water in a cup and you put ice in it, the outside of that glass, what happens to it?
What's your name? It's
Chris?
Moisture, right? So if the coldest part, the higher you get, the colder water gets, right? The colder the air gets. So it would freeze as it gets higher. So as it gets closer to the dome with the vacuum of space on the outside at negative 257.5 degrees Fahrenheit, that's super cold. That's like the ice in the glass. And now the inside is the water vapor is going to rise, and it's going to form ice up by the dome. It's going to fall back down, and that's what we believe meteors are. We are. A lot of us are. A couple from North Carolina, Alabama. We come out here every week and just spread the truth. We got little videos. If you want to take a look, they're about 30 seconds long. Shows you like how the sunset works.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to like the sun and the moon house, and like to me they both look the same size.
So in 3 seconds here, what you'll see is the sun will fade away. It's not going to set. So that was filmed with a P900. Now our optics have outgrown their lies.
Now, the question is, why does it sometimes look like it's halfway cut off? So why does it sometimes look like it's shrinking? Well, this is actually the black swan for the sun always sets, because it doesn't always set halfway. So the difference is atmospheric conditions, moisture in the air, humidity, temperature, distance to the sun, your height. Because usually it's less humid.
It's all crazy, and then I've been listening to some stuff where, like, they say the CIA, media, and all of that was created to influence people, and influence is a mother, father.
So some of these other videos, here's a spaceship, supposedly in space. But if you look close, right in here, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but just take a look right here and tell me what you see. You see that right there?
Oh, a rat?
All right, I thought they were in space. You're going to show you again.
And they weren't wearing masks. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
There's a rat walking around.
So how can they be in space? And we send up a weather balloon to 120,000 feet. And the Earth is flat, stationary, and the sun is close and localized. It's not 93 million miles away. And if you don't have this yet, this is the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. And it's got all kinds of really cool features about the Earth. It's got FAQs, video of the day.
My wife was just talking about, my question now is, how did they come up with the sun is 93 million miles?
Because it has to be in their model for everything else to work. It has to be far enough away that there wouldn't be any like deviation or anything as the Earth moves around it. They try to make everything work within a model that they presuppose.
So it shows you what happens with the vacuum. So as soon as it's punctured, all the air escapes instantaneously. As soon as it's punctured.
This one's even cooler.
And this is what happens to a container with a vacuum.
Watch that again.
Yeah, they're like, whoa,
How'd they do that one?
good.
They just put a vacuum inside it. And it's not even close to 10 to the negative 17 torque. So if you did have a spaceship up there, it would implode. And if it could survive space, I would say take that lunar lander that survived on the moon in space theoretically, now put it underwater and submerge it. Do you think it would leak?
Yeah.
Well, if it can't go underwater, then how can it go in space?
So once you see this,
I'm gonna start showing people this buoyant force equation. See, buoyant force. The force of buoyancy equals the density of the
Thank y'all.
fluid.
Y'all have a good day, bro.
Hey, look into it, man. Times gravity, the gravitational constant, times the volume of the liquid. Or this it's a broken down version, but why is it multiplied by gravity? If you have a boogie board at the bottom of the pool, why, if gravitational constant were twice as much, why would there be twice as much buoyant force on the boogie board?
Interesting.
You would think it's the opposite, but it's not, right?
Because you got to multiply by gravity, right?
So I'm thinking what they're trying to quantify as the gravitational constant is really the rate at which something moves to where it needs to be in the density tower that is our world. I don't think it's.
I got it.
Let me get this thing over here. Give me some water. No, I don't.
My mother-in-law got so mad. She got so mad because we sold them. Like, wear the mask everywhere. They're all.
Yes, we're at the U.S. Flea Market West Metro, number 1. This is some of the stuff we got out here today. We got some new magnets and compasses that we can put on the Gleason's map. We got some flyers to hand out. We brought a level.
Yeah, it really is. I can't.
Got a level and got some posters here. The new improved truth wall, we rebuilt it. We got 2 more iPads coming in, but today we've only got 6 videos. We're going to double that next week. Some more flyers to hand out. More posters. Get the flat earth model. Plenty of brochures to hand out. On our tent with all kind of banners on it. All kind of banners on there.
Show me the creator. Show me the creator. I create your man.
Okay, so now, are you a believer in evolution and Big Bang theory? Believe in that?
Hell no.
Good, that's good. All right, good. I'm ready. All right, so are you like a agnostic? Don't have any preference to, science or spirituality, like no belief system, or which is good?
I'm A18.
Oh, you're an atheist, yeah? So atheist as in you don't believe in God.
That's right.
That's a movie. You might not. You might,
Well, that's one way you put it.
All right. Are you? So you don't believe in the Big Bang? Well, you believe in the you believe in the
Come on, son, let's go. Yeah, I was up for a minute, but.
Free information. Free information, sir? Thank you.
But the last couple of jobs I had were like, I want to I know. My uncle, like I told you, tell my friends, my uncle, he was little.
Free information, sir?
I like going to wood. Yeah, I like that kind of thing. Like, not good. I never wear something.
How you doing? Free information. La Tierra es plana.
In order to be in like Johnson & Johnson, we've monitored, you haven't developed.
A lot of people don't understand the rules. But most people,
Free information, man? Earth is not a globe. Earth is flat and stationary.
I was fortunate. I went in from Germany.
Right.
they got it.
Well, yeah, yeah. There's people's fortune that they got out what they put in, and those that can see and those that cannot see. Those that cannot see.
We're at the U.S. #1 Metro Flea Market with Dr. Law. We got Jake, Chris, Benny, Sealand, myself. Captain Kirk is on the way. Captain Flatty's on the way. Free information. Earth is not a globe. Free information.
And everything was exciting for them, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, because you had that desire for knowledge. Yeah.
I take my money and go on vacation and go and
Right.
send money home to my mother.
What's up, Ben Flat? Taking back Eden Flat Earth. J. Armstrong, Critical Inception. What's up, guys? Thanks, brother. Ben Flat. Free information here. Earth is not a globe. Free information. La Tierra es plana. La Tierra es plana. No oscuro. Abriendo los ojos.
Well, death for us now because that's because they live forever until
don't have any beliefs in your nihilist. So I was a nihilist for a long time. That's why I know there's a distinction. If you're an atheist, you do have beliefs. You believe in the government, you're a statist, and you usually, most times, you're a statist.
What's up, Kirk?
Statism, which is scientism, is part of scientism, is part of that.
do it though. That's people do it. Right.
Well, it's a belief in nothing. That's essentially what it is.
Good to see you, brother.
Tierra es plana.
See? That's for Dodd.
I knew that was created. I haven't been out of this country except for Mexico and Canada, but I've been all over the country.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah. I just saw the hazmat woman walk by. Oh my God. Crystal's on her way. She'll be here. Oh yeah. That'd be awesome.
I lived in General Crawford for 11 years.
You know what syncretism is? That's when you're taking
Hey, man.
things.
What's up, Authentic Content? Good to see you, brother. It's our newest flat smacker right here.
Back go around over here.
Big flea market.
We got a late start out here today, guys. A lot of rain, but it'll stop now. Clear skies. La tierra es plana. No oscuro. Abriendo los ojos.
Make your little lotus flower.
Yeah.
Earth is not a globe. Free information. Earth is not a globe.
You eat that dog right there? You ever had dog?
How you doing? Earth is not a globe. Free information.
Dog goody.
Earth is not a globe. Free information.
I spent 6 months mountain yard.
Earth is not a globe. Free information. The Earth is flat and stationary.
I know I have monthly money. That's goody. Dog goody too.
Free information, ma'am. All right. Have a good day. Free information.
The bottom line is we can see too far, according to the globe map. Because we've done several laser tests, long distance observations, and
I want this. Can I take it off?
I know.
You say drink germs? Yeah, that's because your kidneys are a little distorted. That's why I drink.
Free information, sir. Thank you.
People ain't looking at what's happening in this world.
Free information. Have a good day. Free information. How y'all doing today? Doing good. We're giving out free information about Earth. All right. Thank you. Free information. Free information. La Tierra es plana. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. Free information. Free information. Free information, ma'am. Doing good. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna get one of these for my brother.
Good, good. He'll look into it, hopefully.
I know, right? Don't FaceTime.
Free information. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. 200 proofs. Free information. Earth is not a globe. La Tierra es plana. Earth is flat and stationary. Free information. Es gratis.
Hi, my friend. Free information.
Free information. La Tierra es plana.
Oh, no. We're not selling anything. That's just cooking for us. Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, we're not selling anything. We're just out here spreading truth.
Yes.
Free information. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. Earth is not a globe. Free information. Earth is flat and stationary. Free information.
This old Native American girl. What's the Iron Man?
I think it sure is. And I'll tell you something right now. And it looks like
All this land, all this land.
Free information, guys.
No thanks.
All right. You have a good day. Free information, sir. Thank you. Earth is flat. Earth is not a globe. Wow, 31 people in here. Thanks for coming out, guys. La Tierra es plana. Abriendo los ojos por fin. Es verdad. No es guero. La Tierra es plana. Earth is not a globe. La Tierra es plana. Free information. Earth is not a globe. Free information. Thank you, sir. Just look into it. We're not here to convince you of anything. Uh-oh, the doctor's got his gloves. He's ready to start cooking.
This is Michael Jackson. I'm not imitating.
Oh, no.
We are hungry.
All right. I don't know if people be more interested in the flat smacking or cooking with Dr. Law over here.
Well, you guys need a flat smack. I'm just cooking.
Sir, have you heard the good word about flat Earth?
I have. Thank you. I'm very interested.
Free information, y'all. Earth is not a globe. Earth is flat and stationary. La Tierra es plana. How y'all doing? Giving out free information about Earth. Just look into it. Earth is not a globe.
I think we should say stuff like things to kind of point them in the right direction. Why what I've been saying we can see way further. Like I've done as something like flat. We can see way further.
We can see too far.
Why that damn dog got a map?
Earth is not a globe.
He's a battling. What you call that? Good map. Why the bears ain't got mad? Why the lions ain't got mad?
I'm gonna try some of this chicken wing with the without the cornstarch, and I'll put some cornstarch in there. So see what the guys like.
All right. Free information. La Tierra es plana. No es giro. Es verdad. Abriendo los ojos. Gratis información. Flat Earth Alaska, welcome to the chat. Singe Man, Vegan Bear. Brandon Toy, what's up, brother? Yeah, I don't know too much, man.
Is that Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon Toy.
What's up, Brandon?
Dr. La says hi, Brandon.
Yes, thank you so much. I'll take that over here. I'm gonna put it over here with us. I think one Spanish. Yes, I know this was Spanish. This is yes. Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Vegan Bear. Yeah, I got out here at about 1 o'clock in the morning. We started setting up. It was raining, but it's difficult to get 3 tables right next to each other. You can see most of them have tarps across them. So I camped out here pretty much last night. Made sure we got a good spot. And it's thanks to you guys that we have all this stuff out here. From buying the food at Flattoberfest.
Just like the Nowicki thing, Mike wrote that picture. Who is this Nowicki guy? And why is he not taking credit?
Because otherwise we pay for everything out of our pocket. How's it going, man? Free information. How you doing, sir? La Tierra es plana. That's about the extent of my Spanish there, Brandon. I know about 4 phrases.
Siete, ocho, nueve, diez, that's it.
Yeah.
She rolled the TV into the room.
Oh, really?
And she was water all over.
Yeah. Well, that was, I mean, we all believed it, and it was really, with Christine McCullough, the school teacher and all that. Yeah.
That's why.
That's why she's trying, yeah.
Oh, the UX there? How many miles on?
How y'all doing?
I'm looking to buy
La Tierra es plana. See,
like them.
that's for God. The Earth is not a globe. Free information. 200 proofs.
Just like it.
Won't hurt. Just take a look at it. It's free. Thank you, sir.
Does it run all right?
It runs great. On your 05.
Free information. Won't hurt. Take a look. It's all free. We're not here selling anything at all. Free information. It's free.
Divert your transmission.
Earth is not a globe. 200 proofs.
It's only
We don't know. We've never been there.
You think it's flat?
I think the moon we see is a reflection of the actual object. Whether that's flat or a sphere, we don't know.
I know. I actually had a question. I didn't know. I want to say if the people who believe the flat Earth. Who got it? Well, okay. Well, okay. Anyway, about the moon. I was asking about the moon. So you did the reflection?
Yeah,
What?
I think of a physical object that's up there. Now, what it is, I don't know.
Reflection of a physical object. That means there's an object up there.
Yeah, we just don't see it.
So it's reflecting. So it is. So it actually up there. We think, but it's reflecting off the Earth back up there.
Or off the dome, which is why you see ripples on the moon. You know, like it says in the Bible, you know, the water's above and the water's below. You know, it's like water. We see the ripples in the water.
Why you see the stars and they look all baby.
You know, they say that the guys and gals who died in the Challenger really didn't die.
Yeah.
That they're like living on an island in Tahiti or
No, one of them's a professor at the University of Wisconsin. We got pictures of all of them.
Before and now.
Why would they do that though?
Why not? They getting $55 to $60 million a day. They got to keep perpetuating the lie. You know, by doing something like that, making everyone sympathetic to NASA and to space. You know, make people emotionally invested in something, and they'll believe it more.
Oh, I'm okay. I see your connection. In other words, make people believe that space is real.
Right. I mean, when you're starting an organization about something that's not real, in 1959, who would you recruit? Walt Disney. That's who started NASA.
How come they don't have a flat Earth? They don't have a flat Earth Association.
We're out here.
They have NASA, National Aeronautic and Space. How come they don't have National Aeronautic and Flat Earth Association? Not space station.
We do have an organization. It's called Every Person. Just most of us are asleep. And some of us are awake. But more and more people are waking up every day.
I am curious about something, and I mean this respectfully. What other things do you think flat earthers believe?
Like what? Like
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like the things that go against conventional beliefs.
I haven't really looked into any conspiracy theories really, other than flat Earth, because this is the biggest one there is. You know.
Maybe we'll find it one day. Like Christopher Columbus will go falling off the edge.
Well, you can think of it more as Antarctica's the shoreline of the Earth. It circles us like a ring. You can't fall out a lake, so you wouldn't fall out the Earth either.
Say that one more time. A ring.
So the Antarctica goes around the Earth. It's the Antarctic ring. And think of Earth as a lake, and the continents are islands in that lake, and Antarctica is the shoreline. Right? You can't fall off of a lake. So how could you fall off the Earth?
Well, because if what you're saying is that the Earth is a finite object.
Well, we said it was a finite object. It could be infinite, because mainstream science tells you that space is infinite. So why couldn't the plane that we live on also be infinite?
Okay. So that's where I was confused. I thought flat earthers believe that the Earth is a finite object.
I don't know anybody that believes that. That's just stuff that this Flat Earth Society pushes.
Flat Earth Society is just a psyop, really.
Yeah, it's just a government-run website.
So, in your personal opinion, you think the Earth is flat? In other words, like a dish. If I could look at it like this, if I went straight and looked at it from the eye level, it'd be like a plate.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. We have topography.
Yeah. Okay. Topography. Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The topography. That's what. Yeah. You're looking at it. You think it could be possibly infinite. So in other words, space per se is not really space. It's just a bunch of infinite flat.
The outer space beyond the Antarctica. It's like extraterrestrials. They come from the extra territory. It's beyond the ice wall.
Well, let me ask you that. Do you believe in extraterrestrial life?
Yeah, I've seen unidentified flying objects in the sky. What they are,
That's not what I said. It's different. Do you believe in extraterrestrial life?
no.
A UFO could just be something that you don't know what it is. But do you believe that there's actual, other than humans on this earth, do you believe that there are other beings that are not of this earth?
No, because I
Flat or
believe
otherwise?
that the Earth goes on as an infinite plane, and because they also live in different lakes per se, like we went over earlier. Like I said, that I feel that like the Earth that we perceive as islands in this big lake, which are continents. Who's to say there's not other lakes out there with continents in them, which other beings could live on?
Yeah, but you're saying that they're basically just on the same. They're on the same property, just far away.
Well, so they're not aliens per se. They're just from the extraterritorial. I don't believe that they're from another plane or somewhere like that.
No, they'd be from the same territory.
Right.
They wouldn't be extra. They'd be from the same territory. That was another thing I didn't understand because of the like the beliefs that flat earthers had. I was like, whether they believe in having aliens, if you will. And I don't mean interplanet aliens. Like for example, there's probably. I mean, now this is me being college educated. I have no doubt in my mind that there is shit in the sea that we haven't discovered yet. There was a documentary a couple years ago that they had put a tracking device on a great white shark.
Right.
And they tracked it for like 2 years, day and night, because they wanted to see its pattern, its migration pattern. And then one day it was out in at one point it was, I think, in the Pacific, or no, it was out in the Atlantic. I can't remember, Atlantic or Pacific, but it wasn't Pacific, by the Marianas Trench, and they saw it go down and down and down, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. And the theory is that something ate that shark.
Right. I've seen that documentary.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
That
talking about.
fascinated the hell out of me. I'm like, because dude, there's Architeuthis out there. I mean, there's great giant squids. I mean, and this is not. With all due respect, it's not as loony as the flat Earth thing. You know, I'm just being honest with you, but it's more believable simply because of, we haven't explored the ocean, and I firmly believe, man, there's shit out there. I mean, I don't mean to sound stupid, but I'll bet you. I mean, I'll bet you somewhere in the Amazon, there's probably a freaking, I mean, look at the alligator, the crocodile. That's a perfect example of the dinosaur. They haven't changed in millions of years. I would not doubt in the least of my mind that they haven't discovered shit that out in the Amazon that either they don't want to talk about or they don't want people to know about.
Like the coelacanth that was extinct 65 million years ago.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely, yeah.
What's more fascinating about that story about the shark is as it descended and the signal was lost. Right before it was lost, it was tracking also the temperature of the water around it.
Yeah, and it went.
It spiked.
It spiked up.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like they think it's like a body. Yes. So you did see that. I'm impressed. All right. Yeah.
I do my research.
Yeah. No, that fascinates me. I mean, you think of it this way. The Marianas Trench, which is allegedly the deepest part of the ocean in the world.
7.5 miles down.
7.5 miles down, yep. It's basically Mount Everest, except further down, So whereas Mount Everest is from the land up.
28,028 feet.
Yeah. I can't even fathom that, all underwater, all underwater. But, they haven't finished mapping the ocean.
No.
I mean, there's just so much stuff out there we don't know about. Actually, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an ichthyologist, a fish marine biologist, because I wanted to go out and discover new things. It's pretty amazing the things that are out there, and they're discovering stuff every day, So anyway, I think I'm more fascinated with inner space than I am with outer space.
Yeah, the world we live in, that's what we're interested in as well.
Anyway, well, it was nice to meet you.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I always enjoy you stopping by. You always have good questions.
I'm always up for a good debate.
All right, guys, we got so many flat earthers here now.
What do I have?
introduce you to everybody. You got Kirk and Calvin, Dr. Law, Captain Flatty, Jake, Chris, Sealand, and of course me still. Oh, Kirk's over there. The captain. Free information. Earth is not a globe. La Tierra es plana.
I'm more country than anything. Come on, what's up, man?
Hey, sir, have you heard the good word?
What's a good word?
Earth is not a globe.
It is not. Did you get my text on what I thought about XRP?
It went up 106% in a week.
I went,
Okay, here you go.
dude, I was sitting at $107,000 in one of my accounts.
And I will smack him.
And woke up the next day and it was crashing again, right? And I got out around 75. And right then that's when they closed Coinbase. They shut down and it let everybody dump, right? I'm like, so I was so lucky that I got back in. I got back in at 53 and it's like 65. So I'm already up 75, 72. Because I took like 63 down.
Yeah, I read that Litecoin train up to 92, and then I moved it.
The XRP is what's going to take off. And I remember I quoted AMTV, you know, the Christopher Green guy, and he's talking about, hey, you know, he goes, well, these big boys are going to take off. They're going to go to the moon. But he goes, one in particular is XRP. And he says that, you know, the New World Order, where they're going to, even if they institute their own coins, right, the Libra and all that, they're going to use this service, right, because it does something. I forgot what it works because. But I got on there because that shit took off. And I'm like, yeah, I was making $20,000 a day for like 4 days. You know, now I lost $30,000, but I'm like,
Still, as long as you come out ahead.
exactly, win or lose, and good money. In my other account, I have another one. It's called Crypto.com, and it's out of Singapore, and they won't let me put my money out, dude. That's what they, you know, I'm like, the exchange is over there, right? No, one way or the other. And I'm like, I might have lost that money. It's sitting in there. But I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm like accept your losses. And as long as you're making money, so be it. Another thing I was talking about, I didn't respond last night, but they were talking about, he said that, the charter airplanes, I don't know whether it was Boeing or whatever, it's going to make it mandatory for you to have COVID-19, paperwork to fly.
I want to roam around real quick.
He said, oh, that sounds like bullshit. It's not bullshit, it's true. They're already doing it in quantum.
Aaron's here?
She is not here yet.
Oh, I thought you said you seen her.
Thought I seen her pulling up with this car that looked like hers.
All right, I'll be back.
But Cammy and Zach should be here any minute now too.
We're going to roam around real quick. She's got to pee, and we'll be back.
Good. I'm
All right.
staying. You can go.
Yeah, the bathroom.
What's up, Chrissy? Good to see you.
I'm looking for a couple of items.
Are you?
Good. But anyway, like I said, Qantas, that's the Australia.
Yeah.
They are doing that.
Have you seen their announcement? They said they're going to make 8 flights over the South Pole, but it's the magnetic South Pole, which we all know is located in the Pacific Ocean. So they're telling everyone they're flying over the South Pole, but okay, the magnetic South Pole. You flew to the Pacific Ocean. What are you trying to?
You got to fly beyond the 80th parallel or something like that.
80th South Parallel.
Huh?
80th South Parallel.
80th South Parallel. And then it goes all the way up. And go back to who was the dude? The famous explorer, John something, I thought. Kirk.
You talking about Shackleton? Who else was down there?
It's not John Smith, but I'm going to say John Smith. That's not who it is. He was a sailor back in 1871 or something like that. And he navigated Antarctica, right? And never found a north, entrance or whatever.
Yep.
And he said they traveled 26,000 miles.
Right. So if you're that low of latitude,
Right.
the circumference at that point is not, 24,901.
Right. And he said if they would have found something, they would have told you because they did find Australia and all these other places, right?
Yep.
The Queen at the time. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to know history, you got to look where you wouldn't normally look. That's not the point.
And look at Captain Cook, how many miles he logged down there? 65,000.
Was it 65,000? Wow. Wait a minute. Crazy.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Got some free information about Earth there. Just take a look at it.
What else is new?
I don't know. It's just working every day.
Get plenty of food.
So when I walked into Walmart the other day, I told you about that. Obviously, I didn't wear my mask, but the right by the door when you walk in, they had a pallet of rationing bars.
Oh yeah, for selling. I'm like,
That's not a sign of what's coming.
something's coming. Who knows?
Free information, sir. Thank you. Just look into it. Free information, ma'am. La tierra es plana.
I can tell you that for a fact that hospitals do that. I make $30,000. I sell capital equipment at the hospital.
Nice, yeah.
So you know that $200,000.
I know all about the industry, yeah.
So
John Smith Golubla. Good to see you, brother. Flat Earth Baba, good to see you. Trinity 4, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by.
Isolated the COVID. Absolutely. What haven't they lied about during this pandemic?
See way too far. La tierra es plana.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah, anybody wants to promote anything, feel free to drop your links in chat.
La tierra es plana. You can see way too far.
No esquiro. Abriendo los ojos. Earth is not a globe. Free information.
Mind your way. I don't
No, you're good, man. How you doing, man? Free information? Thank you. La tierra es plana. Gracias.
National news. China restricted 3M exporting M95.
All right, looks like we're back now. Not sure why it keeps cutting out like that.
Look up Event 201. It has Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is behind that. So you don't like them either? So I'll ask you again. Pandemic isn't allowed.
Yeah, charger.
Honestly, they couldn't get them on. They couldn't get them on Russia. Honestly,
Free information. Earth is not a globe. 200 proofs. We're filming a game show too. If you want to answer 3 questions, you win money.
I'll probably get all the answers wrong, so sorry.
What's the easy stuff they teach us in like 4th and 5th grade? So what's your biggest proof that has you believing that the Earth is a ball? What would you say?
Probably that people have been to space to see it.
But when they send back the pictures, everything, and when you zoom in on like the blue marble photo where they say they took the picture from space, it's copy paste. It's the same thing. There are no pictures of space. And when you're making an organization like NASA that supposedly goes to space, and it was founded in 1959, at that time in 1959, who would you get to start a company like that? Walt Disney. That's who started NASA. Because the only thing that goes to space is your imagination. No one's ever been there. And we're not trying to convince you of it. We just want you to go here, do your own research, and you can decide for yourself. We're not selling anything.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you. Okay.
No, thank you. That's all we ask. You too. See, guys, it's not hard to talk to people.
Look to my left.
Well, I got my degree from the science. I love
The end is near, guys. The end is near. I'm looking around here and I'm seeing no mask, no mask, no mask anywhere. And then over here, what is going on?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
There's there's biblical evidence of the Earth not being a globe. In the Bible, like in Genesis, it never speaks of like endless vacuum of space or anything like that. It says the 4 pillars, the pillars tremble.
What about the pillars and all that?
Yeah.
You know about the pillars and all that?
In Isaiah 40:22.
Measuring tool.
You know about that?
And what's it say in Isaiah 40:22? That God looked down upon the circle of the earth, not the sphere, not the globe, not the ball.
And they use the word for ball, of course it was in Hebrew. They use the word for ball prior, so they already knew what a ball was, but they didn't use ball for the earth.
What are these?
These are little short videos that show you how the world really works. Most people's biggest evidence is how the sun sets. And they're like, well, the sun goes over the horizon. Well, we can go up with a 100 and we can film the sun and we can zoom in and you can see what happens in about 5 seconds.
It's a lower humidity day, so it just kind of fades out and goes.
Yeah, so the sun doesn't set. It doesn't go over horizon. It fades away.
What?
Yeah. So they're going to show you again in slow motion so you can see.
And it is crazy because when you have like a magnifying glass, basically moisture is a magnifying glass over distance. But if you put a magnifying glass on a table and you move a coin on the table, it will look like it's setting. It's halfway cut off. And many people have done this. It's
Yeah, you can go to your kitchen table at home, put a magnifying glass in front of your camera, and put a candle on the other end and slide the candle away. Eventually the candle will disappear without leaving the table. This is the way our eyes work in the magnification. And then here's a video from SpaceX saying they were in space. I'm not going to tell you what you're looking for. I'm just going to say, look right in here, and you tell me if they're in space or if they're not.
Close to see because it's dark. Something's going to move here. Yeah.
All right, so they're in space, right? With rats on the outside of the spaceship. How's that work?
Warehouse. That's impossible.
Exactly. And when we go to space, well, 120,000 feet, this is what we see with a weather balloon, 1,000 feet. There is no curve because we're not using a fisheye lens.
Yeah, fisheye distorts everything you see, but a spherical, because it's a spherical lens.
Wow.
Yeah, there's all sorts of. Look, we would try to debunk all this 10 pieces of evidence. Try to see if we can debunk anything.
And what about this here?
So this shows you what happens with a vacuum. So they say space is a vacuum and Earth has gas pressure. So what happened there? All the air immediately, it was instantaneously left and filled the void around it. So why doesn't the vacuum of space suck off our atmosphere without a container? So this is what the Earth looks like. Antarctica is like, think of it as the Antarctic ring that goes around it, and then we have a firmament, just like it says in the Bible, above us.
A looking glass structure. Hard is, what does it say? Hard is a bronze looking glass or something like that.
That is wow. So So I can pull this up on my laptop.
You can?
Yeah. Now, if you're on YouTube, if you type the words flat Earth, you're going to get predetermined results because they whitelist the videos they want. This changed around 2 years ago. If you type in flat Earth, so you got to be creative with the searching now. But
If you just go to this website, and it'll tell you stuff like that you can do at your house. Like if you pour water in a cup, the surface of that water is what? Curved or flat?
Flat.
So if I pour water in a bathtub, is the surface of that bathtub, the water, is it flat or a globe?
Flat.
What about if in a pond? Is it flat or a curve?
Flat.
So anytime you fill water up in a container, it's always flat on the surface. The same in a lake or the ocean. It's called sea level, horizon, horizontal. So if the Earth is 70% water, where's bending into a ball?
It's not.
No, because 70% of something is flat, it can't be a ball.
You got a 3D site, man. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Where did you get that?
Out here.
Did you know that, Charles Bolden, he's the former head of NASA? He's in the same fraternity as Shaquille O'Neal, came out as a flat earther. Did you know that? I guess you wouldn't know that. But I found that through my travels and talking to people that black people are more open to the flat earth. And I think that's because of the white man control system and stuff that, sort of makes them skeptical of anything they're saying anywhere. So I find that black people typically are more open to it, I think. So
What do y'all think about the coronavirus?
It's nonsense.
What's that?
You notice that no one here is wearing a mask. There's 15 of us here, and no one's wearing a mask.
we just had 300. We had a meetup less than a month ago that had over 300 people there, all in the same room, no masks. And none of us have been sick.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who said they got sick.
Nope. What? And people came from all over.
That is statistically
Oregon, California,
improbable.
Alabama, Georgia,
Yeah, all over
Canada.
the country.
Yeah, I got a granddaughter in California.
People came from all over. No one got sick.
It's fear and control is what that mask is, and it tells you that you're their pet. You're Goya.
So you've been researching about it?
Yes, I research everything. Yes.
And if you want to know more, we brought a doctor.
Do what?
Yep.
He talks about the coronavirus?
Yeah, he'll tell you all about it. He's a doctor.
Right here.
He'll tell you the truth. The man right there with his hands on his head. His name's Dr. Law.
Dr. Law? What? LA Law. His name's LA. Oh.
And to give you my personal proof that the Earth is flat, I'm a former pilot.
Huh?
I'm a former pilot.
What branch of military?
I was in the Civil Air Patrol.
Okay.
Search and rescue.
What?
Yeah.
What made you leave?
Just work.
So did you know it was flat when you?
No, but when I was training, I said, when we set our gyroscope and we're flying level, and I set my autopilot and we're continuing to fly level, and the Earth is supposed to curve below us, why isn't my altimeter rising?
I always wonder why more pilots don't realize.
So I asked him that. I wished for the life of me, because this was 20 years ago. He gave me an answer. For some reason, the nonsense that he spewed was because he was just indoctrinated like the rest of us were when we went to school. And
what high school did you go to?
Gilbert.
Oh, you from Gilbert? Okay. I got family in Wagner.
Okay. Yeah, right up the street.
Yeah, that's true.
So the guy.
And Gilbert kicked butt in football this year.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Because nobody was watching. That's why.
Gilbert beat the brakes off people. Didn't y'all win the state here? I think y'all won the state this year.
Did we?
I think so.
It's a lot different than when I was coming up in school.
Them kids super fast.
Well, we didn't have hardly nobody that even wanted to play. Everybody wanted to be in the band instead. Matter of fact, I think we had 2 girls on our team.
We had no girls on the team. Them boys got a rape charges back then.
One of them was an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I played with Big Gerald Perry and William. I played with Gerald, but I played against William the Refrigerator Perry.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man.
William was down at Aiken High School.
Yep.
And I was at Drew High School with Big Gerald Perry.
Yeah.
Gerald's the tight end, I was the running back.
Nice.
Huh?
Looked like you played some football.
I had a good time, man. I tried out, but I got cut by the Falcons.
So, are any of your other brothers aware of all of the COVID hoax and all that stuff? Because the guy I met at the conference was Shriner Freemason, 32nd degree. He's on board with the flat earth. He's on board with that. I talk to him every day. Yeah, we're friends. He's a
Anthony Dickinson, good to see you, brother. Mr. Anderson. Yeah, you can talk to him right there. His name's Dr. Law.
Dr. Law?
Law, L.A. Dr. Law.
Right now.
He's cooking.
He cooking? What y'all cooking?
Chicken wings.
What?
Yeah.
I want him to leave today without a mask.
Hey, Cammy. Good to see you.
Trying to make him leave without a mask.
It's good to see you. Thank you. Oh, you're loud.
Am I loud?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's sunrise.
The corona.
We're going to go get our stuff. We weren't quite sure where we were looking.
We always set up on this row usually.
This row usually, so this is the place to go. This is like our first time here, so it's our, we're going to be coming back.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'm like,
There you go. I can see. Oh,
There's so many people that come by.
it is, it's like beautiful. It's
and a smile.
a lot of people to party.
And you see how the people are receptive to just coming by and talking to us and hanging out. They're just people that come by. He drove down from Alabama.
3 years older than me.
Was it about flat Earth? Is it about this or is it-
Yeah, he is. He's not. He's just a guy I started talking to about flat Earth, and now he's talking a lot about the coronavirus.
Beautiful.
You know it's flat, right?
You guys look a lot like it. Okay.
All right, we back live. So Cammy Nodell's out here with us. Dr. Lockhart, Sealand, Chris, Jake, Calvin, Captain Flatty is out here. Crystal's out here. Wes is out here. So many people out here spreading the word. How y'all doing today? We're just out here spreading truth about the world we live in. It's free. We're not selling anything at all. Thank you. Just look into it. Earth is not a globe. Free information. We're not asking you to convince you or nothing. You know, we're not trying to sell nothing. We just want people to come ask us questions. We got little short videos to show you about the world we live in. Because most people say, well, I've seen the sunset. Well, we can take a drone and attach a P900 to it and zoom in on it. And you'll see that the sun does not set. What it does is it fades out. It's called angular resolution. Our eyes can only see so far. So in 3, 2, 1, see how the sun fades away? It doesn't actually set.
Yeah.
So it gives the appearance of it setting.
Right. But
It doesn't. It just travels over the Earth, because this is the Earth which we live in.
The Earth is flat?
Right, yeah. It's flat and stationary. So the way I proved it to myself
I believe it.
was we went down to Lake Marion. Are you from around here?
Florida.
Okay. Well, Lake Marion's about 11 miles across, and we put a stake in the water and put a mirror on it 3 feet off the surface of water. Went 11 miles away with a camera, set it up 3 feet off the surface of water, zoomed in, and we could see the mirror. That should be impossible because the Earth curves at 8 inches per mile squared. So we're missing 60-something feet of curvature there.
I didn't know that. 8 inches.
Well, then, but the mirror wouldn't still be there because I mean you're still on the water, no? Or are you?
So the way it would be was there would have to be a hump in the middle, 66 feet high, if the Earth was really what they say it is. 24,901 miles in circumference with a radius of 3969, which means that, like, if you're at the beach and you look at the horizon, how far away do you think the horizon is? 20 miles? So if the Earth had a radius of 3969, using geometry, we know that the horizon cannot be any farther than 1.225 times the square root of the height of the observer. So a 6 foot tall person should never see the horizon more than 3 miles away.
Oh, okay.
So it's just simple logic that we can use in math to prove that it's not true. Meanwhile, NASA and SpaceX sends us videos like this. They say they're in space. Just look right in here. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you can tell me that they're not in space by what you see. You see it?
Is that water?
No. Watch up here, and it comes around. See the rat?
Some kind of animal.
But it's in space.
Yeah.
Right.
And these are all just little videos that you guys have found, like, contradicting what they say.
Right, or we've done it ourselves, like send a weather balloon up to 120,000 feet without a fisheye lens like what NASA uses. The Earth is flat and stationary, and the sun is close and localized.
Really? I believe it. But why would they want to make us think that it's...
Look what NASA's got here. So it all goes back to NASA in 1959, because before that, everyone was taught the Earth was flat, not a globe. Most of the schools around the world.
In 1959?
So in 1900 in England, there was a court case where a teacher was teaching that the Earth was a globe, and he was charged and had to go to court because the mainstream at that time, and we have newspaper clippings of that.
Yeah.
So even up till then, we know. But what do you see in the logo of NASA here? What does that red thing look like?
A lot of different things.
A tongue of a serpent?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you were starting an organization and it's about using your imagination, something that's not real, in 1959, who would you recruit? Someone that's all about imagination and doing things not real? Walt Disney? So who started NASA?
Was it Walt Disney?
Walt Disney.
I did not know that. No.
And it's all about this $52 million a day as of 2016.
Okay, yeah. I'm into a lot of those theories. I read a lot about it, and just all the Pizzagate stuff and just all kinds of stuff that goes on, you know. Not a lot of people believe it, but I definitely research it.
That's awesome. We're giving this on here. You can go to flatearth101.com. And it's got little proofs like if you pour water in a glass, the surface of that water is curved or flat.
Usually curved.
Right. And in a bathtub, when you take a bath, is the surface of that water flat or curved?
Curved.
So in a pond, a lake, ocean, it's called sea level
Yeah.
because it's flat. If the Earth is 70% water and 70%, how can it be a ball?
Man, this is what gets me right here.
That is very true. I didn't think about that. How can it be a ball if it's mostly water? Yeah, that's a good point. You know what I mean?
And it's funny you were drawn to this right here about the plane.
Yeah.
And so I haven't brought this up yet because I like to bring with you the evidence and all first. But I am a former pilot.
Oh, wow.
And we have scientists here and doctors here that can talk to you more about it if you would like to know. But if I set my gyroscope and I get it level, right? And all it does is measure rigidity in space. It has nothing to do with gravity or the surroundings around it. All I'm doing is making sure I'm flying level. And I set my autopilot and I continue flying level and the gyroscope never changes. Now the Earth should curve below me as I travel, correct?
Right.
But my altimeter never changed, which means I'm traveling at the same altitude.
Right, it's flat. It's not.
Exactly.
Oh, that is a good point. So it always goes like this, not like
Right,
that.
because we don't travel with a curve.
That's very interesting. I wonder why I guess it's money.
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
It's all in the numbers.
Just to be able to say they can do it. Okay. We'll be back.
All right, come back by later on. We're going to set up some demonstrations and stuff. All right. How y'all doing? Free information. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. We have 200 proofs. Don't believe the lies. Free information. La Tierra es plana. The Earth is not a globe. Free information. 200 proofs. It's free. Free information. It's free. Won't hurt to take a look at it. Free information.
So I just find it ironic. I went.
What did? I don't know. Free information. Won't hurt to take a look. La Tierra es plana. Abriendo los ojos. La Tierra es plana. No es quiero. Free information, ma'am. Thank you. Just look at it. Won't hurt to look. Hola, amigo. La Tierra es plana.
How that works. There used to be online and you get a little bit of money each month. If you want to get the full PH, you have to take a little low. Well, for me, it's outside.
Wow, 23 people here. Good to see everybody. That's funny, Anthony. Try D, what's up, brother? GR Cleveland, good to see you. Josh Corey of the Iron Rim, good to see you, brother. Just Sonia, hey, good to see you. Glowbusters. It's funny, Bob.
I know some people doing that right now.
Got Dr. La cooking up some grub over here, guys.
Oh, yeah. Getting ready to throw down on some shrimp.
About to have some shrimps. We got some
Shrimp pad thai.
wings over there, shrimp pad thai. We are cooking over here.
Wish Authentic Intent was here.
Yeah, Josh. You got to come down sometime. We got people all the way from Alabama, North Carolina, Charleston, Beaufort. Free information. La Tierra.
meat is very good. Yeah. I have a granddaughter send it out. So I have to do it.
These guys are answering all your questions.
Yeah.
You don't need me.
I can pull out
Just
my
look up research things, you know. I don't do that.
He's coming back. He's super woke.
I have a son. I have a.
How's it going, brother?
Nobody left a prescription.
No, not that I know of. Anybody lose a prescription?
Anybody find one? I lost it. Oh, you
Oh. Anybody find a prescription bottle?
Nobody found a prescription bottle around here, did they?
Nope. Thank you. La Tierra es plana, abriendo los ojos, no esquero. Free information, sir. It's gratis. Earth is not a globe. Earth is flat and stationary.
Interview and he talks about how he was able to do it. Incredible.
Earth is not a globe. Free information. 200 proofs.
In a box basically without any
Free information. Won't hurt. Take a look. La Tierra es plana. Free information, sir. Won't hurt to take a look. Earth is not a globe. La Tierra es plana.
anxiety, generalized anxiety. That's part of what
Free information. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. 200 proofs. Won't hurt to take a look.
So I have to actually focus on breathing correctly. It's something you have to actually think about.
Free information. Earth is flat.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, I have 60%.
La Tierra es plana. Free information. That's gratis. Earth is not a globe. No esquero.
Yeah, I got a little app on my phone, so like move. Thanksgiving, we were in
Gravity is BS. Free information. La Tierra es plana. Es gratis información. No es guiro. La Tierra es plana. Abriendo los ojos por fin. Es verdad. Won't hurt to take a look.
I think we need a
Gracias.
Spanish version of these.
We do. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, man.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the electricity thing.
Oh, if you need electricity, I can get you some.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal. It's,
Just like 12 volts.
well, no, the 120 outlet. But I brought the gyroscope and a couple of things. I didn't even bring the Vandergraft because outside, when it's humid, it doesn't do anything really. You might get a shock like quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, even at Flattoberfest, it wasn't working right. I was kind of bummed out about it.
Oh yeah, I never got a demonstration of that. I just was playing around with it. You were telling other people.
Yeah.
But are you just
Well, no, I think
Earth is not a globe. Free information.
That's money. Right there, 100%. But you got to take the sleep apnea test. You sleep apnea and all that. Yes, Lord. It is scary because a lot of people have a hard time breathing. A lot of veterans have a hard time breathing under that. But they don't want to their face. You know what I'm saying?
That's so strange.
Strange, right?
Yeah.
Two of my friends that's veterans had heart attacks
Exactly.
behind.
If we think that.
Too, you know?
Yep.
Even more stupid, but hey.
Exactly.
You know, but you know,
Brought mine to somebody to know.
It'll be a little ironic because I'm vegan.
that's what I call it, or a mask.
Veganism is
Yeah, I don't like pictures and posters.
to live.
I know.
Another
They
thing.
call us cameras,
Well,
right?
Yeah, really.
when you're in a survival situation, you will need to eat animals to survive.
Oh.
It's a survival thing.
Oh,
But
no.
the Garden of Eden diet is the one. It's a diabetes.
So what is your belief? You think we live on a globe or a flat?
Flat. I'm flat. Yeah. I was telling him that why would they take time out of school, like in the first or second grade, to teach us that the ancients were stupid for thinking that the world was flat. I thought that was so weird when I learned that when I was a child. When my husband brought up the flat earth, I was like, oh yeah, I believe that. We looked it all up and all that. Okay. I'll grab one of these.
Yeah. I don't have any more flats. These are all drumettes, but you see how I did it? It's clean. You eat it right off the bone, right?
But I'll tell you that.
Earth is not a globe. You want some free information, man? Just out here spreading truth. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We've got doctors, pilots, scientists, anybody you need to talk to.
My husband flew to Arkansas, and he asked the pilot if he had to notch down as he flew.
And the answer was no, of course.
He was kind of good.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, he knew what he was talking about. I'm gonna leave him a tip.
It's free information, guys. Earth is not a globe. 200 proofs. Won't hurt to take a look. We're not here to convince you of anything. Just look into it.
The animals eat the plants. So when you look into them, you're getting it secondhand. You also came out in 2015. You're getting
when it was on
proteins that
YouTube,
cause
that's when like
inflammation in your body.
and I was like, oh.
And the cholesterol causes heart disease. So
what can you give it to him for activism? We don't sell anything. We appreciate it. He goes through all the materials that he buys and stuff. Last, almost a month ago, we were up in Greenville for Flat Earth meetup. It was posted. The one who posted it was supposed to be here, Karen B.
Your family, your friends.
We sold food for the activism. Made pretty good money.
That's why only certain people can do it. You have to really
trying to wake up our system.
Yeah. People that don't.
Choose not to do that. You're going to do healthy.
Something else, right?
Yeah.
You can always indulge in it.
I was actually joking with a friend of mine not too long ago. We were talking about going to the moon. I said, "Oh, you're one of those that think we went to the moon, aren't you? You're one of those. You really think we went."
Turn the table on them. Oh, you're one of those.
That's what I did.
Just like the people wearing the mask. Oh, you're one of those, right? Grab another one. What's your name?
My name's Sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah, I was blessed with a really cool name.
Help yourself. Sugar. You're one of us. That's what we do. Chris, get one, Chris.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And if you want my information, I give you my information. And
sure, I would love to come to one of y'all's events.
Yeah, we're out here.
That was in Greenville. Me and my husband would have gone just to talk about it.
And y'all can come out here anytime. As you can see, we got like 20 people out here.
Oh, yeah. I've been wanting one of the, flat Earth globes. But I was like, okay. I was looking at those online.
You can get them for like $10 from Dottie's Wonder Domes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let me get one of your pamphlets, and I'll definitely follow you.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't follow me.
Well, I don't even know how to do
I'm on YouTube under That Flat Fellow.
Okay.
If you just leave me a message in there, we'll exchange information.
Cool.
Because we're live right now on the internet with a bunch of people watching.
Oh, okay.
And if you can just leave a comment, on there. And
I'm one of those. I don't want to be on the internet.
Okay. Well, if you leave a message under the comments there, and we can get in touch, and you can come out here with us and meet up. You can see we got tons of people hanging out. And then I'll give you information about any meetups that come.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Love to meet your husband too.
All right, yeah, definitely.
And fennel. Good fennel plants, and I drive.
I gotta get my car, my toys.
Thank you, Sugar. Thank you to see you. Nice meeting you.
Bye, Sugar.
You're talking to them on that first.
La tierra es plana. No es quiero. Abriendo los ojos. Gracias información. Earth is not a globe. It's flat. Definitely. We have topography, but water is flat. Right, Dr. Law's cooking up some good vittles over here.
He should be taking advantage of the meat since it's going to disappear. Noodles of noodles.
On the road and trying to eat on the road.
You know, I approached that guy.
I have
was with the Bible first permission.
Yeah.
What kind of work can you do?
Yeah, that was a good approach. And he hung out for an hour.
An hour.
I like doing ground ski.
He's been here for a while. Oh, he's gone now. I don't know, at least a half hour. At least a half hour. La tierra es plana. No es quiero. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. 200 proofs. Free information. No, it's round like a pizza. You're right.
why I know so much about this. That was my job every day. Is just listen to podcasts and what gives you information. I get paid for it.
La tierra es plana, no es giro. Gratis información. Mira, gracias. Free information. The Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. We got little short videos that last 15 seconds that you can see to prove the Earth is not a globe.
15 seconds.
So here's how we think the sun sets and goes over the horizon. That's what mainstream media says. But in about 5 seconds, you'll see if you zoom in with a camera, P900, which zooms in at what, 83x, you'll see what actually happens. It doesn't set, it merely fades away.
This is a low humidity day.
See how
there's less magnification through the humidity, seeing more accurate depiction of what happened.
See how the sun fades out and doesn't set? It's called angular resolution. You can only see so far.
So how about the space shuttle that circles around the Earth at 17,000 miles?
17,500 miles an hour. You can circumnavigate something that's flat.
That's it.
Like this. You still circumnavigate.
If you follow by compass,
Also, the drains depends on which, like if you're going from a sink down a drain, depends on which way it's going.
Going east, they're going in a circle.
Exactly.
Because north is your
They
center.
like resistant to it. Who's so smart because of toilets, you know.
Well, no. So think of the Earth as a lake. And the island, or the continents are islands in that lake. And Antarctica is the shoreline of the lake that goes around it. And then there's a plain that goes on beyond it, but we don't know how far it goes. So you can't fall off, just like you can't fall off a lake. But we're not here to convince you of nothing. Just, you're a pilot, so you know.
Trying to debunk those 10.
Sure, it's real, right?
Earth is not a globe. Free information. It's free. Won't hurt. Take a look. Gratis información. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. Free information. How you doing? Earth is not a globe. Free information, ma'am? Right. Free information. How you doing? How you doing, sir? La tierra es plana.
I've been buying for years. I've got something on hand. Oh, good. I just figured out. I wasn't looking for it now. I just happened to come across.
La tierra es plana. No es giro. Abriendo los ojos. Mira, brother.
Where's your
Mira.
hubby? Where's your big...
The dogs didn't come down here on this. We're tired.
Thank you.
Are you live streaming?
Got to get one of those.
Yeah, you do. Streaming. But very supportive.
That'd be opposite of that, and then
Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. Free information. Give me your biggest proof of the globe, and I can show you a video where it's not right.
I done seen a bunch of them. Yeah. People think it's round, but it ain't.
You're right.
he said he did.
Yeah. He said people think it's round, but it ain't. La tierra es plana. No es giro. Gratis información. Es gratis. Mira. La tierra es plana. No es giro.
I've heard similar stories also. How there was a lot of.
Free information, sir? Gracias. Earth is not a globe. La tierra es plana. No es giro. Abriendo los ojos. Mira. I will after the live stream. I'll stop the live stream here in a little bit, and we'll do a game show. Ricardo, good to see you, brother. Thanks for taking the time to come by, Ricardo. Appreciate that.
What's up, Ricardo?
Dr. La says hi, Ricardo.
Hello, everyone.
Ricardo, you're now blue. You're blue, brother. La tierra es plana. The Earth is not a globe. Free information. The Earth is flat and stationary. Thank you, sir. Free information. The Earth is flat and stationary. The Earth is not a globe. It's free information. Earth is not a globe. La Tierra es plana. It's free. Won't hurt to take a look. Oh, we got Cook Vinny over here now. Chef Vinny.
He's my sous chef.
Oh, we got a new sign out here too. Unmask freedom.
My sister bought one and hers already died.
So many flat earthers out here now.
No quality whatsoever.
We've taken over.
You gotta get a good one. Which one is that over there at Black That's like a couple $100. That lasts forever.
Yeah, here in a little bit I'll go grab my gyroscope and stuff. It's cool watching people's faces when they finally get to touch it for the first time.
Yeah, yep.
You don't realize how rigid that thing wants to be. Stay there. So the mass, I've noticed it's like 50-50 or so.
Yeah, more people around this area are woke. They know it's a hoax. Even though the sign when you come in says mask mandatory.
Yeah.
Whatever. We do not comply.
Oh yeah, there's an AC inverter in the car.
I'll get some power out here for you next time. I'll bring a generator.
You'll be out here like every Saturday, right?
Just about.
You know how many people you've reached doing this?
And the people that come back and talk to us, like the Russian fellow that came by today. I've got several videos of him, and he just keeps getting more and more awake. And now he came back today and he goes, you know, I think this is true. Yep. Earth is not like a globe. For information. 100 proofs. And we're doing a game show here later. We're filming it. All you gotta do is come by and answer 3 questions. Yep. Or when you give them something that they can realize, been like, yeah, I've seen the Big Dipper on the 4th of July and Christmas. That doesn't make sense, right? So, oh yeah, and you see people just walk by. They're like, "Oh, I know it's flat. I don't need a flyer."
Yeah, that's what he was saying. It's like so many people.
Earth is not a globe. For information, so many people. La Tierra es plana. No es giro. Gratis información. Mira.
You all out of the DVDs?
No, I've got like several hundred in the car. But they're not too relevant anymore. There was a couple videos on it. Sealand's got the DVD making machine now and a bunch of DVDs.
We might have been in Marina for a couple weeks.
The Earth is flat. Earth is not a globe. Free information. The Earth is flat and stationary. The Earth is not a globe. Information is free. How y'all doing? Giving out free information about Earth? If you're interested? All right. Earth is not a globe. The Earth is flat and stationary. Free information. La Tierra es plana. La Tierra es plana. No es giro. Mira, amigo. Mira, por favor. So we're up to about 20 flat earthers out here, and everybody's getting flat smacked.
I'm banned until 3 o'clock today. Y'all got some water? Y'all got some water?
Hello.